I seen just recently, first of all, Atlanta, what is going on with y'all, bro? What is going on in the Atlanta criminal court justice system? This system is insane. This is literal insanity. So I'm watching the judge basically hold Young Thug's attorney in contempt of court, right? And so the reasoning behind this, which is the craziest reasoning I've ever seen in my life, in and holding an attorney in contempt of court. So, the attorney of Young Thug, the defense attorney, finds out that the prosecution is having a secret meeting with the judge, with the prosecution's star witness, right? And so he finds this out. Now, when this is going on, like if they're having a meeting, they're supposed to inform the defense that they're having a meeting. They're not supposed to be having secret meetings behind the defense, what I'm saying, behind their back. Like the defendant's supposed to be there, the defense attorney's supposed to be there. And that way it kind of keeps things fair. This is not Law and Order. Y'all, like, if this, Law and Order SVU, like them shows like that, they be breaking the rules and doing like this. This is real life. You can't be doing that. So the guy calls this judge out for his corrupt acts, and the judge locks him up. This is insanity. This is wild, bruh. Like, let's listen to this. This is crazy. Let's listen to this.
Trial orders the rapper's attorney to jail for contempt.
Now, how did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
You got 5 minutes.
He right. Talk to him. Talk to him. He said, you should have told me that. Like how, bruh.
My chambers. Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
You should have told me that.
You got 5 minutes.
This happened.
Nah, he talking about you got 5
minutes. My chambers. Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
Facts. Talk to him. Talk crazy to him. Talk crazy. Talk crazy. Bruh, ain't no way I'm somebody's defense attorney and I find out this guy is having secret meetings with the prosecution. That is insanity, bro. Shout out to this dude. Shout out to Young Thug's attorney. Now, I will say this. If Young Thug did all of this, he needs to be put in jail. Like, whatever. But he does need to have a fair trial. This is not, what this dude, this corrupt judge is doing is not fair at all. This is insane. Watch this. Y'all think it ain't over. Watch this.
This happened after lawyer Brian Steele refused to tell the judge how he found out about a meeting between the judge, the prosecutor, and a state's witness. Steele's lawyer is here.
Because the judge keep asking him, like, who told you that we had a secret meeting? It doesn't matter who told him that there was a secret meeting. Y'all shouldn't be having a secret meeting. Y'all lost y'all mind. What is going on, bruh? This is insane.
Next for him and Young Thug's trial. I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. It was a crazy, wild day.
Talk to him, Anjanette. Talk to him.
Court in Young Thug's trial. On Monday, it started with testimony from Kenneth Copeland, who goes by Little Woody. Copeland wasn't really into testifying, despite being given immunity by the prosecution. He spent the weekend in jail after refusing to testify on Friday.
That's crazy. Like, if you don't want to testify, they can put you in jail because you don't want to testify. So I thought people had, like, how can you force somebody to testify that don't want to testify? So you're going to basically force somebody on the stand. And then if he starts getting very, very short with you or getting attitudes, you can't blame him at that point. He doesn't want to testify. How are y'all? Bro, this is crazy, bro.
Took the stand on Monday and let it be known that he wasn't going to do it.
And Mr. Copeland, good afternoon. Do you want to be here?
Ma'am?
Do you want to be here?
I'm here.
Okay. Well, are you going to let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown?
Yo, she said, how old are you? He said, grown. Like, I'm not, talk to her. Talk to that prosecutor. You don't want to be there. Like, she trying to force you to be there. You don't even feel like being there. They done made you spend a weekend in jail and talking crazy to you, trying to force you to be there. Not, y'all crazy to her. How old is you? I'm grown.
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you said
You don't ask me questions after you didn't force me to be in jail, bruh.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you said you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I plead the fifth.
He is mad because he just spent the weekend in jail. She like, well, how many numbers are you in age? He like, I plead the fifth. I don't want to talk to you. Like, why would I want to talk to y'all after this? You know what I'm saying? I don't care about no immunity or nothing like that. Like, whatever, bro. Like, I don't want to talk to you. You got me in this place. I don't want to be here. It's Young Thug. He got money. They gonna drop a bag on my head. I don't want to be on here at all. I don't want to tell y'all my age, nothing. It is what it is. Y'all not about to make him drop a bag on me. Like, what?
Brian Steele let the court know that he found out that Judge Earl Glanville, prosecutors, and Copeland, with his lawyer, met in chambers without members of the defense teams, including Steele, present.
Can y'all believe that? Listen to what she just said. She said that Young Thug's attorney found out that there was a secret meeting that he didn't know about and his client didn't know about, and he got a problem with that. I would have a big problem with that.
The court know that he found out that Judge Earl Glanville, prosecutors, and Copeland, with his lawyer, met in chambers without members of the defense teams, including Steele, present.
I was told, based upon information and belief, that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, we did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30. And what I found out just recently, this is not waived, is that supposedly in chambers, the honorable court reporter at times, recorded times, district attorney or district attorneys from the DA's office, as well as investigators.
First of all, shout out to him to find out this information and to still be as respectful as he's trying to be, knowing that he's standing in front of a corrupt judge, trying his best to get his client locked up, doing all of these weird, you know what I'm saying, excommunicado, like, I don't even know the word. All these little, like, things you can't be doing in court. You know what I'm saying? And he trying to be as respectful as he can, like letting him know, I know what you've been doing. I know what you've been doing, Judge. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't about to get over on me, bruh. Shout out to him.
Sheriff deputies, Mr. Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on. It was told, based upon information belief, that it was told to the district attorneys that Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment.
Can I interrupt you just a second? I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation.
What you mean you disturbed? What you mean, Judge? Wait up. What you mean you disturbed? He should be disturbed because you should not be having a private conversation. Like, what is you talking about? How you gonna start off you sound like Fannie Willis. How you gonna start off the conversation saying, I'm disturbed, Judge, Mr. Judge? What is you doing?
That Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment.
Can I interrupt you just a second? I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
What you mean? What you mean? Hold on. What he mean? How did you find out about any of that? What is you talking about, Judge? Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all, where is what is these federal people called? Where is the Department of Justice? That is crazy that judge just had a private conversation with the prosecutor and a special witness. And then the judge is like, like, how did you know about it? What you mean? Why did he have to find out about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, they think we, come on, bro. White lady, tell us what's going on, white lady.
Really unusual that a judge would be meeting in chambers with a state's witness and the prosecutor without a member of the defense team there. But Judge Glenn...
You heard what that white lady said? She said this is unusual. That means it ain't normal.
Was furious that Steele found out about the meeting in chambers.
So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know.
What you mean? Bruh, what is this, The Wire? What you mean? Who told? No, this judge think this is a show. This is The Wire. This is real life, Judge. What is you doing, bruh?
Without a member of the defense team there. But Judge Glanville was furious that Steele found out about the meeting in chambers.
So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there? Why,
sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who.
What you mean you gonna hold him in contempt? What you mean you gonna hold him in contempt because he don't want to tell you who his sources is? When you didn't tell him, like, man, I'm about to battle him, bro. Like, what is you talking about, bro?
Set towards me, but I know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there?
Facts!
Sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who this. Tell me who this information was.
I don't want to
coming
be
from.
held in contempt.
Well,
I'm
then,
not answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not answering
attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
I
tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you. I'm going to put you in contempt because that is.
What is you talk? Man, I'm about to battle this judge. This judge is wilding, bro. Y'all hear him?
Attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out. I tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you. I'm going to put you in contempt because that.
Why? So what? Wait, Judge. So you want this guy to tell you who his source was that told him that you are having secret meetings with the prosecutor and the special witness so that you can silence that person or figure out how to stop him from getting the information of you doing your dirty work with the prosecutor and the witness, star witness. Is that what's going on? How does that sound? Like, I need to know. You got 5 minutes to tell me or I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. Like, what is this, bruh? What are we watching?
It's not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney work product privilege. I am not.
How did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
Facts!
You got 5 minutes.
Glanville actually ordered that Steele be thrown out of court for the day over Steele's objection and the objection of his co-counsel.
How are you going to order him to be thrown out of court because you just did something that is grossly not the norm? I'm about to start looking up legal words, bro. Like, cause you doing too much, Judge, bro. This is crazy. I'm about to start looking up legal words, bro. I'm about to watch all of it. They bugging.
Hold you in contempt, and you can think about it. 5 o'clock today, we'll see where you are at that stand on that point. Because no, that's not what I understand the rule to be. I've not asked you sum and substance of what was said. I asked you how you got it.
He doesn't have to tell you that. What is like, bro? He don't have to tell you, bro. Oh my God, bro. The level of corruption, it's more. It's more. I'm about to show y'all something. And y'all remember Fonnie Willis, right? Nathan Wade. The Nathan Wade and Fonnie Lewis, like Fatty Lewis, she was like trying to prosecute some of the people in the Trump situation. And then they found out through, I think her name was like Ashley Merchant, right? She was like on the defensive side. And she exposed that Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade had a private relationship. And when Fonnie Willis lied about all that, and she, Ashley Merchant put all the information together, and they kind of showed that, Nathan Wade and Fonnie Willis was in the same areas, the same location on multiple different occasions. Then it came out that they was dating, right? Because, this is crazy. So Fonnie Willis was paying Nathan Wade from the city to help her prosecute the people on the Trump case when he never dealt with a case like that, right? And so Ashley Merchant was showing that Fannie Willis was getting kickbacks as in going on cruises and going on vacations and things like that, which she's not supposed to do. First of all, she's not supposed to really be having a relationship with Nathan Wade and all of that if she's giving him. This is crazy. So that lady, Ashley Merchant, is about to talk about this judge, bro. She need to be the DA. Ashley Merchant about to expose, because Ashley Merchant comes in and she's defending, because I guess the guy, when he gets locked up, the Young Thug's defense attorney, when he gets locked up, he calls Ashley Merchant. And then she comes in there and she's representing him. You know what I mean? And she, oh man, she went crazy on the judge. She went crazy. This is good, bro. Hold on, we about to watch some of this, bro.
Yes, you can, because I have an idea how you got it.
Well, your idea.
I have an idea how you got it, but that's improper, sir.
Your idea.
What you mean you got an idea on how he got it? What you think he like got a audio recorder in your chambers or something like that? What you mean you got an idea of how he got it? Well, did you get the information maybe from the prosecutor's star witness? Maybe rolling over and saying something to somebody on the defense? I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. How did he get the information? I do kind of want to know what kind of defense gymnastics is he doing to get this information. But I do want to say this. He don't have to tell this dude nothing. I don't care if you a judge. You can't just make random orders. Like, I order you to tell me how you found me being corrupt. Like, his dude is crazy, bro. Let's watch it.
I asked you how you got it.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can, because I have an idea how you got it.
Well, your idea.
I have an idea how you got it, but that's improper, sir.
Your idea may be wrong, and
this judge is telling him that he is improper. Like, bruh, the hypocrisy right now is astounding. This court reporter lady better be court reporting all of this, or whatever she is, because this is insane, bro.
You need to listen. I told you the first time, and I'm not going to breach that confidence.
I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is that serious,
Judge.
You cannot eavesdrop and get information that was not meant for you to hear at that particular point in time.
But how do you know he was eavesdropping though, bro? Like, you know, like maybe somebody, man, come on.
Prosecutor on the case, Adrian Love, said there was nothing improper about what happened with this ex parte meeting in chambers regarding Kenneth Copeland being held in contempt.
We certainly have the right to request ex parte communications. That's why we ask that the court reporter be present. This is a matter that the defendants did not have a right to be a part of, as this was a matter regarding a civil contempt that the court imposed upon a person for not obeying the court's directive.
Now, it seems like even the prosecutor thought that this could be an issue. Adrian Love asked that Steele be allowed to return to the courtroom.
We would ask that.
Wait a minute. Nah, bro. So she's saying like, oh, well, they did nothing wrong. Obviously, she's a prosecutor. They're having secret meetings with him. And Fonnie Willis is a lady that's kind of like overseeing all of this anyway. So, you know, she all corrupt. We know I talked about that, which is interesting that Ashley Merchant about to come in a minute. But, like, so since the defense attorney is being removed and all of that, she's basically asking if the defense attorney could be present while all of these proceedings are going on, because she feels like, I'm guessing, like deep down, that she knows that this is not right. And then this can end up backfiring. So when you have a shaky situation to where a judge is doing all of these things, a case can be thrown out, you know, later on. So they can move forward, right? And then they could do a whole trial and go through all of the proceedings and waste the taxpayers' money. When Young Thug appeals, an appellate court's going to look at all of this. And what they're going to bring up is that this guy is having private conversations with the prosecutor and the star witness without the defense knowing any of it. And she knew something was wrong. That's why she was like, well, we did request a court reporter to come in there. Yeah, because you knew you shouldn't have been doing that.
The court fashion a punishment for the contempt that affords Mr. Williams the right during these proceedings while court is in session to both counsel for both of his counsels. For Mr. Steele to be present in the courtroom, he can still be held in contempt. But for Mr. Williams to have representation of both Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams while court is in session.
Well, she's actually smart because she knows, like, bro, your ego is putting you in a position to where they can win the case, but they can ultimately lose the case, right? So now they're gonna have grounds like when they file their, if they lose this court case like down the road, they can file when they appeal saying that obviously they're having private conversations in the chambers. This judge was so egotistical, he removed like the defense attorney of Young Thug, like because he was upset. And so Young Thug's attorney couldn't witness like the rest of the proceedings. So she's actually smart by kind of letting them know, like, yo, all right, you can punish him, but can you find maybe a different method of doing that than removing him from the court? Because this can really just throw our whole case in the future. So she kind of smart with that. I mean, it's not smart about having private meetings with the judge, but I think she knows she got caught, so it is what it is. But I can't wait for Ashley Merchant to get up in here, bro. Like, cause she about to talk to this judge. She gonna talk to him.
And that the court's remedy does not affect his ability to have his counsel of choice represent him during this trial.
Now, later in the day, and I mean the evening after 7 p.m., attorney Ashley Merchant came to court to represent Brian Steele in this contempt matter.
That's her. Bruh. She does not play, bro. Ashley Merchant, let's see what she got to say.
Just for the record, is it criminal contempt that you held him in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you said you had a hearing earlier today.
With criminal contempt, I told him what the contempt was, and that was he refused to order the court. If counsel, as you know, if the court orders you to do something and you don't, that's criminal contempt. So I've asked him several times, please just tell me who it is that told you. That I didn't ask or inquire about anything that was said. I just want to know who it was.
So you never ordered him anything. You're asking him, can you tell me who it is? You're not saying this is a court order. You have to tell me who it is right now. Or this is, he didn't like put it out there like that. He put it out like, kind of asking. And then now you're trying to tell Ashley Merchant that, no, I was ordering him to say something. And, nah, bro, like, shit, Ashley Merchant is getting in that shit, bruh. She not about to play with. She ain't play with Fonnie Willis. She not about to Fannie Willis. Nathan Wade. She not about to play with you, Judge. She's already uncovering corruption that's going on in Atlanta, and she ain't done. You about to be next. Let's watch this again, bro.
So is it criminal contempt that you held him in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you said you had a hearing earlier today.
With criminal contempt, I told him what the contempt was, and that was he refused to order the court. If counsel, as you know, if the court orders you to do something and you don't, that's criminal contempt. So I've asked him several times, please just tell me who it is that told you. That I didn't ask or inquire about anything that was said. I just want to know who it was.
Okay.
Because he's got too much detail of this particular alleged conversation for the court to be.
Yo, y'all heard him? He said, oh, he's got too much detail of this alleged conversation. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, we not doing this, bro. She about to get you, bro.
Told you. I didn't ask or inquire about anything that was said. I just want to know who it was.
Okay.
Because he's got too much detail of this particular alleged conversation for the court to be concerned about it. So,
and Judge, since it is a criminal contempt, he is entitled to due process. He's entitled to a hearing, entitled to an actual show cause, entitled to the allegations actually written, entitled to a witness list. We're entitled to
talk to him, Ashley. Talk to him, Ashley. He's entitled. You want to make this criminal? He entitled to everything. Like, we ain't about to be doing that up in here. And this is the suburban way of saying this, because what she really said, Judge, you don't know what you talking about. Like, how you gonna try to hold him in criminal contempt, but you trying to take away his rights? He got a right to this. He got a right to that, and he got a right to this. And you ain't about to be up here being all corrupt and taking his rights away, because we ain't about to do that up in here. You see this pink outfit? You see this pink outfit, Judge? I'm not playing with you. She ain't playing with this dude, bro.
He's entitled to a hearing, entitled to an actual show cause, entitled to the allegations actually written, entitled to a witness list.
Listen to the judge. Listen, she telling the judge how to do his job. Listen to the judge. He like, listen to this.
Was because he's got too much detail of this particular alleged conversation for the court to be concerned about it. So,
And Judge, since it is a criminal contempt, he is entitled to due process. He's entitled to a hearing, entitled to an actual show cause, entitled to the allegations actually written, entitled to a witness list. We're entitled to present our own witness list.
well, no,
What's her IG, bro? Like, what is her? I gotta follow her. What is her IG, bro? Cause she talking. We are like, people need people like this on their team. They need people like this.
Process. He's entitled to a hearing, entitled to an actual show cause, entitled to the allegations actually written, entitled to a witness list. We're entitled to present our own witness list.
She giving him that loaded luck second round, bro. She going crazy on this dude, bro.
well, no, criminal contempt is different. It is on the spot. So he's gotten the due process he's going to get. That's on the spot. I told him. Plus, he's had all day to tell me who it is that is it. So a little different, Miss Merchant. I won't disagree with you, but
so he had all day. Look at that smile. So he had all day to tell you something, and this just happened in a matter of like minutes. What are you talking about, bro? How did he have all day? You gave him 5 minutes. How is 5 minutes having all day, bro? Ashley Merchant, he need another round. Keep going. Go crazy.
Judge, just for the record, it's that's direct. So what you're holding him in is in direct criminal contempt.
yes.
The issue with the direct criminal contempt is whether or not to actually hold a hearing now, whether or not it needs to be held immediately. And the problem is, if you hold him in direct criminal contempt, as you're saying that you did, you are a witness to that proceeding. And so it has to be
with another judge.
Doesn't
Yeah, talk to him. I knew that, and I didn't even know. Like, hold on. She said it's got to be with another judge, bruh. Because right now you are a witness in this. Because you just turned it to another situation. So, okay, if it's going to be like this, you got to be you a witness. So because you're a witness, you can't preside and be a witness at the same time. We need another judge. Man, come on, bro. This girl is smart. This girl is smart, bro. I like her, bro. I like her.
The issue with the direct criminal contempt is whether or not to actually hold a hearing now, whether or not it needs to be held immediately. And the problem is, if you hold him in direct criminal contempt, as you're saying that you did, you are a witness to that proceeding. And so it has to be referred to another judge. Doesn't require recusal. Mm-hmm. You actually have to sua sponte send it to another judge because you are a witness to the proceeding.
Yo, she just told, bruh, she just... She just owed him, bruh. Yo, they gonna get this case thrown out. They gonna get this case thrown out. Bro, first of all, Fonnie Willis is like, she's overseeing all of this. When she just got caught up in the most like corrupt, you know what I'm saying? She almost cost them the prosecution on the Trump case. Like, she got caught up in all kind of corruption, and she's like gonna be like, kind of like looking at, you know what I mean? Like putting the prosecutors in their place on this particular matter. And this is the girl that exposed her. And now it's all been put out in the public of how corrupt the judge is being right now, allegedly being. You know what I mean? So they're gonna, Young Thug, he might not be knowing what's going on exactly, but I think he's in a very fortunate situation right now because they're unraveling their corruption. And shout out to the defense attorney. I think he played that really smart, right? All right, so they about to put me in contempt. I'm calling Ashley Merchant, you know, and this is an attorney that really know what she's doing. This is fire, bro. This is fire. Y'all missing out, bro.
If you're anything like me, you are always cleaning up a mess.
No, we not about to do all of this advertising. We not about to do this, bro.
Mr. Steele, I am going to hold you still hold you in summary criminal contempt. Pursuant to OCGA 15-1-3, subpart 3, for your failure to comply with my earlier order today. I'm going to order that you be taken into custody, incarcerated at Fulton County Jail for no more than 20 days for this contempt. Those 20 days consisting of every weekend for the next 10 weekends. And you'll be reporting.
So did y'all catch what just happened? So Ashley Merchant came in here bulldogging and basically put the judge in his place, letting the judge know, you're going to have to get another judge. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do that. And like he, you know, and it's obvious that what the prosecutor right here is saying, like, yo, like, okay, we understand, like, this is a, you know, he still needs to be able to hear everything that's going on in the hearings. Can we please figure out a situation to where we can get him in the court to where he can still hear everything that's going on with Young Thug, is basically what she's saying, because she was the one that was corrupt right along with that judge, and she doesn't want this case to be thrown out. Ashley Merchant comes in as the level head in this entire situation. And she's basically talking to this judge, letting him know, like, you being, you know what I mean, you being childish right now. You're not even really handling this correctly. You know, and now the judge is basically saying, okay, what we're gonna do, I'm still mad at you. So we're gonna like still hold you in contempt, and I'm mad at you. So every weekend, like you're gonna go to jail every weekend. So it doesn't mean he's going to jail now, but every weekend he's gonna have to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And turn himself into jail for like a certain number of weekends, right? So he still can sit and listen to the case, basically. You know, so it's like he's throwing the prosecutor a bone, and then he knows he's kind of under fire with her, so he's trying to show leniency. So when this actually gets brought up in the, like when she takes action on this contempt situation, he's trying to make it to where, like, yo, I'm trying to, yeah, he kind of angered me, he made me mad. I'm trying to give him some leeway in my contempt judgment. I'm just making him turn himself in on weekends, which would enable him to still be able to listen to stuff.
901 Wright Street Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318 at 7 p.m. on Fridays, and will be released on 7 p.m. on Sundays. And it's to commence this Friday, June the 14th at 7 p.m. and not to end until Sunday, August the 18th at 2024, 7 p.m., subject to further order of this court.
Now, after the judge said that Brian Steele was going to have to spend his weekends in jail, Steele had just one request.
Can I ask a question?
What's the...
I'm going to file a notice of appeal, but for whatever reason that doesn't take.
He let him know, I'm going to file a notice of appeal. Talk to him, bro. Like, this dude ain't scared of you, bro. He don't care about you, bro. You corrupt. He see right through you. Look at that corrupt. He like, you better not say nothing else. He got that look on his face like, you know what I mean? Say something else. And he's letting them know, like, I'm going to file a notice of appeal. Like, I'm not, like, this ain't about to be, I'm not about to say nothing, and my client is sitting right here, bro. Like, you crazy.
I'm going to file a notice of appeal, but for whatever reason that doesn't take, and you don't give a bond, then I'd ask that I can be with Mr. Williams and we work on our case all weekend, for all those weekends. Otherwise...
Oh, that is fire! That is fire, bruh. So he's basically like, yo, I'm gonna file, you know, a notice of appeal, and for if that doesn't take, you know, because who's gonna hear the appeal? He's gonna hear the appeal, right? Because the way this is, they didn't go through like a, you know, like a trial or nothing like that. But he's gonna hear the automatic. He's gonna hear the appeal. For some reason, that doesn't take. You know, and he's got to go stay in jail or whatever for the weekends. I want to be able to be with my client for the weekend so we can work on the case, which means he's going to be like, you know, I don't know if he's going to probably put him in a cell with him or be able to, you know, maybe in the same unit or whatever and have like special attorney-client privilege, you know what I mean, conversations involving the case like directly. I think that's fire because now, you know, like it's all right. So like, if you want to do this, is gonna make me really want to go in and win this case. Now I get a chance to talk to my client without being impeding upon, to where y'all are giving me limited access to my client. I could talk to him like all weekend about everything, which could like end up strengthening his case. So he's smart. The way he's handling this, very, very good. And you gotta look at his demeanor. Even though this judge has showed how let's just say alleged, because this is YouTube, how allegedly corrupt he is, right? Which I don't really want to, like, how corrupt he can be. He's still showing, like, yo, I'm gonna be a gentleman about this situation. I know this is wrong. I already, like, told you how I felt. There's no sense of him really getting super aggressive. Like, I would have been aggressive. I would have been going off, like, what you mean I'm in content? Like, what you mean? Like, y'all up in there having meetings. Don't nobody, y'all, you know what I mean? I'll be all ghetto, bro. But he handling this how you should handle it, bro. Much respect to this dude, bro.
Prepare. I speak with Mr. Williams all the time.
That's up to you. And sir, I will, sir, if that comes to pass, you have my support. I will talk with our sheriff and we may be able to make that.
So now, all right, so you're giving in, right? So you're like, okay, well, if you want to spend the weekends with him, you got my support for it. I'm going to talk to the sheriff. We're going to figure out a way to make it happen. Why don't you just like retract the contempt of court? Your ego is that this guy asking you a simple question, you know what I mean? Or letting you know that he knows that there was a private meeting that he should have had correspondence allowing him to be present, him and his client. Him like questioning you on that has got your ego so bruised that you're putting him in jail for weeks. You know, multiple weekends, right? I think like 7 weekends or something like that. So you're putting him in jail but letting him like talk to his client while in jail when you could just retract. So now you got to talk to the sheriff. You got to do all of this. You got to try to figure out a way for them to make arrangements and all of that, right? Now you got Ashley Merchant, which is a lady you really don't want on you because she just uncovered a broad scope of corruption that's going on with your district attorney, right? And she's on a board of one of the, you know, I can't remember. It's like a attorney's board or something like where they oversee certain things. She's on the board. This is not a lady you want to mess around with. So why not just like be like, okay, look, let's let level heads prevail. Let's just, you know, continue the proceedings. I will retract the contempt of court, but if this happens again, you know, like if your ego is that bruised, just do that. Right? But you want this guy in jail. He don't care. Young Thug paying him beautifully. You know, he don't care if he's in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but you gotta think about public opinion at this point. You gotta think about he's obviously gonna appeal whatever decision that's against his client. And with all of this is gonna be brought up. And he's got this lady on his side. Bro, y'all have lost it. This dude needs to be looked at by the DOJ, the Department of Justice. They need to figure out what is going on here. Because Young Thug should be, whether or not you like his music or not, he should have access to a trial, you know, that is not going to be filled with corruption. You know, and they should have a right to, you know, notice of appeals and, you know what I'm saying, appearances and know everything. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Shout out to Ashley Merchant, but there's more going on. Let's listen.
Okay.
And this entire thing has turned Brian Steele into a hero of sorts among defense attorneys. Joining me is Ashley Merchant. She is Brian Steele's lawyer. She's also the president of the Georgia Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. So, Ashley.
Ooh, she's the president of Georgia Association of Criminal Defense Attorneys. This is crazy, bruh. They messed with the wrong lady, bro.
Talk to me a little bit about how you end up at the Fulton County Courthouse last night at 7:30 at night, representing Brian Steele in this issue, this contempt matter.
Mind you, she's the one that uncovered how corrupt Fonnie Willis was, and she got her off. Like, bro, this lady is cold-blooded. Listen to her.
Definitely not how I imagined my day beginning or ending. I was in a meeting and my paralegal came in and said, your phone is lighting up and Brian's in custody. And I said, oh my God, call me on my phone. I'm getting in the car. I'm driving down there. And, you know, I've served for many years as GACTL, as our association's contempt attorney, where we have attorneys that we dispatch if any lawyers are ever held in contempt. We call it strike force. So I'm a member of that. So I'm one of the lawyers that regularly would represent someone. But when
What? This judge done made a bad mistake. So she's did y'all hear what she said? Listen to what she just said.
As GACTL, as our association's contempt attorney, where we have attorneys that we dispatch if any lawyers are ever held in contempt. We call it strike force. So I'm a member of that. So I'm one of the lawyers.
This judge done messed up, y'all. He got Ashley Merchant on his heels. And she's a member of the strike force of attorneys that go out when a lawyer has to call another lawyer because he's getting held in contempt. She probably knows more than this judge. This is insane, bro.
regularly would represent someone, but when I heard Brian was in custody, I had to go myself. And luckily, he's very loved in our community, and so many members of our team went down there and were there, and so we had a very strong showing of force, but it was definitely something I did not expect to happen.
You're a criminal defense attorney, and you've done a lot of murder trials. Is this unusual? Because it sounds unusual to me that a judge would meet in chambers with a prosecution, the star witness for the prosecution, the star witness's lawyer, and they'd all be there having a confab together without a member of the defense team present.
That's crazy. Y'all hear how she just put that? She basically said what I said, but she said it, you know what I'm saying, like a little bit more professional. Listen to what she just said, bro.
A lot of murder trials. Is this unusual? Because it sounds unusual to me that a judge would meet in chambers with a prosecution, the star witness for the prosecution, the star witness's lawyer, and they'd all be there having a confab together without a member of the defense team present. Is that weird?
That is crazy. Now look at the way Ashley Merchant is looking when she's talking.
With a prosecution, the star witness for the prosecution, the star witness's lawyer, and they'd all be there having a confab together without a member of the defense team present. Is that weird? That seems like an ex parte communication or something.
Right, and
Hold on, hey y'all, hit that subscribe button. I forgot to tell y'all, it's like right up top. Hit the subscribe button. I'm not asking y'all for no money or nothing. Just hit the subscribe button if y'all can. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? That helps me out. Y'all don't have to give me money or nothing like that. Just hit the subscribe button, man. I would appreciate that. It's right up top. Can't miss it.
Be there having a confab together without a member of the defense team present. Is that weird? That seems like an ex parte communication or something.
Right, and during my hearing, the judge is admitting that he had this ex parte communication, and it seems like that should be what everyone's focused on, not whether or not Brian is going to tell him who told him the judge had this ex parte. It just seemed like deflecting. The judge was in trouble, got caught with having this ex parte hearing, and instead of admit to that and handle that, when Brian brought it up, they're going to throw Brian in jail. It didn't make a lot of sense, but like you said, it's unheard of. These proceedings are supposed to be what we call adversary, where all the defense is there. The defendants, the defense lawyers are all supposed to be present, but instead they choose to have this meeting without inviting any of the defense, without letting them know. And when they brought that up, the lawyer ends up in custody.
The only time
That is crazy. That is insane. Oh my God, bro. They let us be judges and we do that, bro. Like, this is crazy. They let us be like DAs and judges and we doing this, bro. Come on, man. Fonnie Willis out here being super corrupt. Now this judge is like wilding. Like, this is insane. And like she said, like I was saying earlier, she was just like, yo, they're supposed to be there. The defense is supposed to be there. The defendant is supposed to be there. They have to be there. The judge admitted that he had an ex parte, whatever you want to call it, conversation. That should be the issue that everybody should be focused on. He literally just admitted this. So what is going on with the courts that would allow a judge to operate with impunity to just do whatever he wants with no repercussions, nobody to stop him? Like, what? Like, yo, this is crazy, bro. See, I don't know how that would work, like, on a criminal case, right? So let me tell you about, I had, a child support case, right? So I took my child's mother to court to get custody. And so when I was taking her to court to get custody, the judge wouldn't listen to anything that I had to say, right? So, and mind you, I'm the person that's taking her to court for custody. And she just took my kid and, took our kid and she just left the state. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't even tell me nothing. So I took her to court, right? Judge wouldn't listen to anything I had to say. So I went and I talked to the court. He was like, well, there is something you can do. And I'm like, well, what can I do? He was like, you can take the judge to court. I'm like, well, how would I do that? And he was just like, fill out this form. I guess he didn't like the judge. I filled out the form. Next thing I know, me and the judge had a court date at the Tennessee State Supreme Court. or whatever. So I was taking the judge to court because the judge wouldn't listen to anything I had to say. You know what I mean? And while that we were waiting for that court date, he wouldn't do like a change of venue for me to, go to anybody else. So I still had to go to that judge while I was going through like the child custody case, right? But because I was taking him to court, and I think the judges like they can be like if I was to win the court case in the Tennessee Supreme Court, like he would get like a strike or something like that against him, and after so many strikes, they can be removed from the bench. So when I had took him to court, I was still going to court for child custody, and he started listening to everything I said, and ultimately he ended up giving me custody of my daughter, right? But had I not have done that, he wouldn't have listened to nothing, and he would have just, you know what I'm saying, like let her maintain like, you know what I'm saying, like custody of her, whatever. So, I mean, I was able to take him to court. So is there a procedure or anything they can do in the criminal court to do something when a judge is being this biased? You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a completely different situation. But they should be able to do something. But he got Ashley Merchant on his side, this defense attorney. So she, like she said, she's a member of the strike force. She's already, on the board of the defense attorneys and all. She knows exactly what they can and what they can't do. And so she's the person that is one of them that helps dispatch other attorneys to help the attorneys that's held in contempt. So this is getting very interesting. Let's see what she got to say.
Supposed to be present, but instead they chose to have this meeting without inviting any of the defense, without letting them know. And when they brought that up, the lawyer ends up in custody.
The only time I've ever heard of a defense attorney maybe being back in chambers meeting with a judge without the prosecution present or something like that happening is when it was like, oh, judge, we need to talk to you about funds we need allocated for an expert or something like that. If it's like a public defender case or something, that's the only time I've heard of this type of thing happening. But this
and we see it on Law and Order. We see it on like all of that, but that's like TV. You're not supposed to do that in real life. You see what I'm saying? So she's right. Like, they may go back in the chambers. They may talk about specifics of, maybe getting like funds allocated or something like that to help with the defense because they may have a different witness that they can bring in, a special witness and all of that. That's when you want to have those meetings. But like doing this, no. This judge is completely out of line. And this lady knows what she's talking about. And this judge is in trouble right now.
Sounds hinky. So what are you doing for Brian now? Because Brian, as of right now, is supposed to report to the jail Friday night to spend his weekend in the cell with Young Thug, getting ready for court and doing his time for this contempt that you argued that he shouldn't be serving.
Right. And there's two huge issues there. The first, what we're doing is we are appealing it. So we're filing an emergency appeal. Thank God we have an emergency process in Georgia to appeal contempt orders. We believe the judges of the appellate courts will grant a bond. And so hopefully Brian will not have to spend his week.
Oh, okay. So this is not like tort law, right? Like a civil situation. So with an appeal, it goes to the appellate judges. It doesn't go straight to that judge. So there is a chance that they can win the emergency appeal. So that's pretty dope that they do that for them.
In the jail. The worst part, though, is this trial is continuing. And so imagine, we don't just work during the hours you see us in court. When we're in court, we are regularly working after hours. We're working at night. We're working on weekends. I have never tried a case where I didn't work all weekend. And Brian is a very good lawyer, and he does a lot of work on his cases. So he's definitely working all weekend. You're taking a man from his office where he has computers, Westlaw, internet, all this stuff, access to the case file. And this case file's huge, and putting him in a jail cell where he's none of that.
Oh my God. Ashley Merchant's going to get this case thrown out. She's going to be one of the lead figures that helps. You got to think, she is rising so fast in the ranks right now. She's becoming one of the most popular attorneys right now. After uncovering the Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade scandal, all of that, now she's like in the mix of a big case. One of the biggest cases is talked about right now. And she's defending the defense attorney in this case. And she has all of this knowledge on what this judge just did wrong. And then now the defense attorney for Young Thug is going to be locked up, not having access to all of these programs that she's talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah, he may be able to work with Young Thug for the weekend, for a Saturday or Sunday, or maybe if they call Friday a weekend or whatever. But the rest of the week, like the judge is basically incapacitating Young Thug's lawyer to where he can't provide an adequate defense for his client. With all of this being said, this judge has just thrown so many things in a gumbo pot that she can just pick up at any time and just like use to get this case thrown out. This is crazy, bro. Or that she can like, you know what I mean? She knows what she's doing. You know what I mean? Shit, this can be like a big deal. I mean, obviously, like the defense attorney of Young Thug is the one that's really doing it. But she knows all of this and she that cool with this dude. Bruh. Imagine if Young Thug's case gets thrown out and her face is in the mix. Man.
The trial can't continue. I mean, it's just, it boggles my mind that anybody thinks that you could have the lead defense lawyer in custody the entire weekend and this trial continue unhinged. That defies logic to me.
So you're filing the emergency appeal. I mean, I would assume you expect to hear back about that within a day or so. Am I wrong about that? Or what's the process? What's the time frame?
Yes. Luckily in Georgia, when an attorney is subject to incarceration, the appellate courts respond very quickly. And what it's called is a supersedious bond. So essentially they issue a bond that kind of stays everything and says, wait, hold on. We're going to pause this. You're not going to have to go to custody. You get to go and do this appeal. And so it just pauses that while the appeal is pending.
Ooh, that's fire. So he could still be actively involved in the case. That's smart.
Successful with the appeal, then Brian never has to go into custody. Obviously, if we lose the appeal, he could still be forced to spend weekends in custody, but that would be down the road. That wouldn't be right now.
But then we have the issue of this big kerfuffle. I mean, this big mess, this big confrontation between the judge, who seems very angry and really dug in on his position, and Brian Steele. Now the trial continues and they have to move forward. Brian Steele moved for a mistrial. That's not happening. Can this trial continue in your view and be tried fairly given what's happened? I mean, it doesn't matter if the jury didn't see this.
You hear what she said, bro? This case gonna get thrown out, bruh. This is going to get thrown out. And you know, they also said was telling like Young Thug basically that he can be in jail until they like have to wait for them to like prosecute each and every person that's involved in this. Like, that's crazy. So they doing all kind of stuff to like keep him locked up. But she's basically letting you know, yo, everything that's going on, this is corruption. And this is going to eventually get him thrown out. You got to get this thrown out. Read between the lines.
It's something that is impacting the course of the trial.
I can tell you as a defense lawyer, nothing will affect your advocacy more than a judge saying, if you keep arguing and doing your job, I'm going to lock you up and putting you in handcuffs. Nothing will affect you more. And that's essentially what happened. Brian made an argument. He ended up in handcuffs. He ended up in the Fulton County Jail in the lockup for, an hour or so before the judge let him out. Nothing will stop an advocate in their tracks more than going to jail, because you can't do your job. And, that fear has got to be in the back of everybody's mind in that courtroom. Every single defense lawyer, some of them, they may have kids they've got to go home to, and they can't go to jail. I mean, you think about the things that are going on in their minds. You want to be able to do everything you can for your client, but you can't do that if you're in jail.
Yeah, and then you want to argue for your client, and you know what I mean? Like, and you can't. Now you got to think about, what if this defense attorney has more things to raise? You know what I'm saying? Like, more issues to raise up and talk about. Now, if he says anything, he can be held in contempt. And now the judge is already upset with him. He had an ego trip. So he's already predisposed to have an attitude towards this attorney that's trying to do his job. So this whole thing is insanity.
Can he go to the appellate court? Can Brian Steele maybe go to the appellate court and say, look at what happened? I mean, it's on video. That's not how appellate courts make decisions, but it could be filed as an exhibit and file something saying this is, some type of an appeal saying What is going on here? What happened is impacting this trial. Can that happen?
Oh, yes, definitely. And I was doing some research this morning.
Ah, she's doing research trying to find. It's over. Hold on. It is over. It's over. Nah, this judge, bro, he didn't just cross the wrong lady, bro. This is insane. This is gonna be a mistrial. This is definitely gonna be a mistrial. Definitely a mistrial. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Somebody said 50 Cent watching this case closely to create another season. Shout out to 50 Cent, man. But I don't know, man. She said, oh yeah, I'm looking into this right now.
On this appeal, and the law is really clear. If you have an ex parte communication with a witness during trial, it is reversible error. So this error is, and what that means in the legal world is that's about as bad as it gets. That means it's reversible. That means that any conviction is going to be reversed.
Woo! Talk to him, Ashley Merchant. He done talked to the wrong lady. She said, yo, this means this is reversible. Like, you hear what she said? She said, this is as bad as it gets. This is reversible. Him having a private ex parte conversation, this has caused this whole situation. This is reversible. Listen to how she talk, bro. Where's her IG, bro?
Parte communication with a witness during trial, it is reversible error. So this error is, and what that means in the legal world is that's about as bad as it gets. That means it's reversible. That means that any conviction is going to be reversed because of this. So if they want to try and remedy this, they better hurry up and remedy it. And the state should really be thinking about that.
Man.
The state's duty is to preserve their conviction. So if they were to get a conviction, they have a duty to make sure that the conviction stands on appeal. And this is reversible error. So I don't understand why they're not jumping up and saying, give him these transcripts, give him what he asked for in this ex parte. Mm-hmm. They have a duty to preserve the record as well. Otherwise, they're just wasting the taxpayers' dollars and keeping people incarcerated while they try this case that they know is not going to stand up on appeal if there is a conviction.
Crazy. So y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I just got off work, man. I watched a little bit of it. I say about like 15 minutes of it. And I'm just like, yo, I'm going to go live, talk to y'all, watch this with y'all. Because I think this is like insane, you know. And now y'all kind of know what's going on. And I think, let me see what the result was of the emergency appeal in this situation. Because I'm hearing like somebody say something like, yo, he got out of like jail or whatever. Let me see. Young Thug defense attorneys appeal. Let's see what it says. Steele filed a notice of appeal of the contempt order to Georgia Court of Appeals later that day. He also filed a motion asking Glanville to reconsider and rescind the order of contempt or to grant him bond while his appeal is pending. So it says, appeal Young Thug attorney Brian Steele contempt of court. It doesn't say that it was actually like done. It's that Young Thug's lawyer will not have to report to jail. All right, so let's read what it says. It says, Atlanta, Young Thug's attorney Brian Steele will not have to report to jail this weekend. This comes after the Georgia Supreme Court granted his emergency motion for bond, right? So he's on bond, I guess. So it says, on Wednesday, Steele filed an emergency motion for supersedis bond in the Court of Appeals after Judge Earl Glanville ordered him to spend the next 10 weekends in jail. 10 weekends in jail is pretty crazy, bro. That's pretty, like, that. Like, how petty can you get? 10 weekends in jail? Like, I mean, all right, like a weekend, maybe two if you mad. Man, I'm not about to take somebody away from their family for, like, 10 weekends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can y'all imagine that? 10 weekends? I mean, I'll drop a bag on you, bro. Like, you ain't about to do that, bro. 10 weekends? This is crazy. All right, so it says, in a report from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Ashley Merchant, an attorney for Steele, said she is glad Steele says she is glad Steele doesn't have to report to jail by 7 p.m. Friday. We are thrilled that Brian will be home with his family for Father's Day weekend, she said. So that's fire, like how she put it like that. Like, because this judge is being extra petty. So I want everybody in the public to know he doesn't have to spend the weekend in jail for Father's Day. You know, I love how I like this girl, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I get rich, bro, like, this is going to be my attorney, bro. And she said, we appreciate how quickly and thoughtfully our appellate courts handle this unfortunate situation, right? And by giving them, like, respect, later on, he might need her to help him file some things. You know, just is what it is. But anyway, Channel 2 Action News was in the courtroom on Monday when Brian Steele was taken into custody after he refused requests to answer how he heard about secret meetings between prosecutor, the judge, and a key witness in the YSL trial. Kenneth Copeland on Monday morning. Judge Gainesville gave Steele 5 minutes to disclose the source of information about the secret meeting. He refused. After the judge ordered Steele to spend time in jail, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported that many Atlanta attorneys were angry and felt the sentence was unjustified. Steele, who asked the judge if he could serve those days in Cobb County with his client, Young Thug, appealed Glanville's ruling and requested that his sentence be halted. All right, dope. But it doesn't say, like, so basically it's not thrown out. Like, somebody in the comments was saying that it was thrown out. It doesn't say that it's thrown out at all. It just said he doesn't have to spend the weekend in jail. Like, so he's on a bond right now is basically what it is. So, you know, it is what it is. Somebody said, yo, what happened to, we ain't talking about that right now. Somebody said lawyer didn't rat, so he got time in jail. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. But you got it, man. They probably gonna have this lawyer in all kind of music videos. Yo, he just earned a lot of stripes from a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. This is very, very interesting. Shout out to Ashley Merchant. I think she did a very, very good job. Very, very compelling argument that she had standing in front of the judge. She was very respectful, you know, and she put him in his place. You know, and that's a difficult task for people to be thinking on their feet like that. But as she disclosed, like, she's on the board of like a defense like committee or whatever, and then she said that she is also like one of the people that's on the task force to dispatch defense attorneys for lawyers that are held in contempt. So she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's talking about. This judge is looking bad in the public's eye, and people are asking questions like, yo, why are you even being like this? You know, and like, even what they say, like, lawyers are saying that the ruling was unjust. You know, so now if you see what's going on, it's a bunch of people kind of rallying up against the judge. So when the judge finally makes a verdict, presides over a verdict, you know, whatever happens with the YSL case, if Young Thug is found guilty by the jury or whatever, and like, this can be thrown out. You know, so I don't know. Very, very unfortunate turn of events for the defense attorney, but very fortunate turn of events for the defense attorney. This is not Law and Order. This is not a movie. This is real life, and they should be handling it as such. You know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Hit that subscribe button right there. It's right there. Y'all can't be acting like y'all can't subscribe. It's right there, the subscribe button. Shout out to everybody for kicking it with me. I appreciate that. Y'all subscribe and shout out. You know what I'm saying? Thug Life. Shout out to y'all, bro. I rock with y'all. I wasn't going to do no vlog until Saturday. I rock with y'all, bro. Y'all be subscribing and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. You know what I mean? Thug Life. You know what I mean? Hit the like button if y'all can. You know, somebody said, doesn't Thug call? Man, we not talking about that. Somebody said, lawyer didn't rat. Hold on. Somebody said, what about Thug? I did 2 years in Rice Street. She said, okay, that's good. Something to talk about. You said, good afternoon. Appreciate you. Somebody said, the GOAT. Shout out Jung's Lim. Somebody said, but he did 18 and we are ruined. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you mean by that, but shout out to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I know y'all got a lot of stuff to do. Y'all got to go to work. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying, get productive with y'all day. I appreciate y'all waking up and deciding to click on YouTube and click on my video, bro. Like, I really appreciate that. I was going to edit up a video, but it takes like 3 hours to put it up. I got to go back to work tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to quit working, bro. Like, I really been considering that, man, because I could literally just do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do like battle rap channel and do like another channel on entertainment. I could do that, bro. I don't really have to work. I don't know why I keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Other than insurance, you know what I mean? I ride motorcycles and stuff, but, you know, I could get that in the market, bro. Like, working is crazy. You know what I mean? I'll be at work and I'll be seeing stuff and I'll be like, man, I want to talk about it, but I'm stuck at work. You know? And it's like when you go to college for something, you're like, you want to do it. But I got to get out of that mind state, bro, and just keep, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Somebody said, no, son, health insurance. Health insurance. I mean, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I would get it in the marketplace. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more expensive, but y'all got to think, man, your freedom is important. A lot of people like flexing and all of that, man. Freedom is the biggest flex. Like, if I'm talking to somebody and they tell me something like, oh man, I ain't gotta work. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got my, you know what I mean? I make my money, do it however I make my money. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gotta work. I'm chilling. Like, that's a flex. You know, that's a real flex. And people that's really doing good, that's like that. That's a flex, man. Working for people is not the move, bro. It's not. You know, but sometimes you got to do it. You know what I mean? To get what you. I'm trying to pay this house off. That's like I'm trying my best to pay it off. I don't want to be like 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like later on in life with a mortgage. I don't want to do that. I want to pay it off fast. Like if I can. That's my goal, bro. So that's why I still work and like do all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? I pay my cars off and all that fast. I got one car left. You know, but you know, working ain't really it, man. Like it ain't, man. Just to be like, I do this for a living. Yeah, it's cool. It sound good, but like freedom. I'm about to be like one of these bloggers, just live every day, all day long. Y'all gonna wake up like he live again? Like yes. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it. Now I be like, you know how you be. Y'all know how it is. Y'all be scrolling. You be like, he live again. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people, you be like, again. You know what I mean? I'm about to be like that, bro. I see why they be doing that, bro. They be live all day long, every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Somebody said, do the 40 bars a person. You said, PIPERBOY, make a video about your come up for us youngins. I mean, I'm just you know what I'm saying? Shot there. I'm just a blogger, man. I just blog. I just talk about battle rap, bro. I'm one of the most unliked like media people out here. Like I'm just being like the leagues and the battlers like they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like some people like will talk to me because it's the fan base. You know what I mean? Not saying people fans or nothing, but it's the viewership. You know what I mean? I get high viewership a lot of times. You know what I mean? If I like really want to like move and you know what I'm saying and you know, like do like videos more like y'all know how the views can get. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what to talk about. I just been chilling and just talk about what I want to talk about. And this is a topic that I want to talk about. I can get views. You know, so when you're in that space, like people kind of have to talk to you because you have an ear. You know what I'm saying? You have certain people's ears, like what goes on with certain things. So, but they don't want to talk. You know, so I don't. You know what I mean? That's why I say I'm a blogger. I'm one out of many. That's all it is, bro. Somebody said, always dodging my questions. You say, yo, PIPERBOY, did you scrap with Young Buck? Somebody said, PIPERBOY versus Aver, book it. You said, honestly, without bloggers, the fans really wouldn't know what's going on in battle rap because most of the battlers don't even blog. I mean, even if they did, you got to understand, bro, like who want to hear a battler talk, bro? Like, they like friends with each other. Like, nobody would hear that, bro. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to checking out the blog. Come already subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Hit the subscribe button. It's right there. All y'all got to do is hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be subscribing to people that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all even subscribe to these people. Some of them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know. You know what I mean? But subscribe, I appreciate it, bro. Like, it is what it is. And I be keeping it real with y'all. Like, and I'm one of the only media, and I say it, I be seeing, like, bro, like, when people be tagging all of us in, like, posts, you know what I mean? I be, like, responding back. I be DMing people. I be, like, you know what I'm saying? I might spend, like, a couple days in the DMs talking to people and all that, giving people advice and all that. Y'all can't say I don't do that, bro. You know, so subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask for, bro. It is what it is. But shout out to everybody. I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace. She got you, Judge. It's over. It's over. She got you, bro. It's over.